Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with the post-game recap of the Oilers' 4-3 overtime victory against the Winnipeg Jets. Those of you who tuned into the pre-game report, I had predicted an overtime game, but my original score prediction was 3-2 Oilers, so it's nice to see Edmonton get one more goal than I had predicted. We get the victory chain as well. I love wearing this thing in the post-game recaps because it means Edmonton won the game, of course. And the Oilers, other than the first 5 minutes of the first period, where Winnipeg came storming out of the gate and got the game's 7 of the first 8 shots, I thought Edmonton played a terrific game. The next 55 minutes, the Oilers pretty much dominated everywhere on the ice. Defensively, they played good. Of course, a couple little mental lapses here and there allowed Winnipeg to get back in the game in the third. But from an effort standpoint, I was really happy with the Oilers' play. Let's jump right into the post-game recap. In the first period, there was a couple early saves for Skinner, and then Skinner made 2 more really good saves after that. Nurse took an early penalty. Skinner then robbed Scheifele on a one-timer. The Oilers made the kill. And then Stanley fights Corey Perry. It was a bit of a size mismatch there. Corey Perry is much smaller than Logan Stanley. Perry held his own. Probably someone he doesn't want to fight very often, I would think. Hellebuck then robs Zach Hyman. The shots were 10-6 with 9 minutes to play for Winnipeg. But I will say that Corey Perry fight, pretty much right after that fight, the Oilers were engaged in the rest of the game. Winnipeg came out. They were controlling the play. Corey Perry drops the gloves with Stanley, and then Edmonton kind of took over after that. That might have been a bit of a momentum changer, and I think it clicked everyone's engagement levels up to 10 on the Oilers. Now, both teams were in a bit of a holding pattern late in the first. Skinner made a good save off a redirect. Monahan then hits the goalpost, and then Connor got a shot at the end of the period for Winnipeg. At the end of one, the score was 0-0. The shots were 13-10 for Winnipeg, and the expected goals were 1.1 to 0.6 in favor of the Jets. Oilers were slow to start. Skinner made some big saves early, and then I wrote, we just need to pick it up a little bit, but I was feeling pretty good overall. In the second period, Draisaitl was stopped early on a nice pass from Warren Foegele. Ehlers missed on a breakaway. Appleton then makes it 1-0 for the Jets. Then the linesman later in the period, he had a bit of a pick play on Cole Perfetti, which was really funny. Perfetti was trying to race into the corner for the puck. I don't know why the linesman stepped in front of him, something I wrote down because I thought it was funny. Foegele then with a good shot that was stopped. Kane was stopped twice on a breakaway, and poor Evander Kane, he had a really good game tonight, and he definitely deserved at least 1 goal, maybe even 2. I thought Evander Kane on that breakaway for sure was scoring, but Connor Hellebuck held his own. Skinner then makes a good save on Perfetti, and then Nurse and Dillon fight after a huge hit on Corey Perry. Again, Corey Perry, he's involved in all of this. He fought Stanley in the first, and in the second, Dillon hit Perry very, very hard. Darnell Nurse stepped in to protect him and fought Brendan Dillon, and it was a pretty good fight. Again, Nurse held his own there. Edmonton was out shooting Winnipeg 13-4 in the second period with 9 minutes to play. And then Draisaitl ties the game. It was a really nice passing play. Connor McDavid, Warren Foegele, who then finds Draisaitl, who rips it past Hellebuck, who had absolutely no chance on the goal. And then Perry had a good shot that was stopped. Connor Brown, not long after, he ends up scoring his 3rd goal of the season. It was an absolute rocket, pure snipe. You wouldn't know Connor Brown struggled to score a goal this season because that was a sniper shot. Connor Brown's 3rd goal of the year. If he is starting to heat up, this is the perfect time to do it, and he could be an X factor once we head into the playoffs. The Jets get a power play. It was a double minor to Connor Brown. Of course, he gives and then he takes a little bit, but that's okay. The Oilers made the kill. I don't think Winnipeg got a single shot on goal on that power play. The Oilers then get a power play themselves. It was too many men against Winnipeg, and then at the end of the second period, the Oilers outshot Winnipeg 17-4 in the second. It was 2-1 Edmonton. Shots were 27-17 in favor of the Oilers, and the expected goals were 2.1 to 2.00 in favor of Edmonton. In the third period, the Jets make the kill, and then Ryan draws another Edmonton power play early. Zach Hyman immediately negates the power play with a hook, so it was 4-on-4, and then Nurse gets high sticked, so the Oilers get a 4-minute power play off of the high stick on Nurse. And then Ryan Nugent-Hopkins scores pretty early. It was a nice play. Connor McDavid came in off the rush. Nugent-Hopkins crashed towards the crease, gets a stick on it, puts it over Hellebuck's blocker to make it 3-1 Oilers. And that is the first goal in 13 games for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who I think had his best game in quite a while. He was all over it. And after hitting 3 posts, 1 against Toronto and then 2 against Ottawa, I was really happy to see Nuge score tonight. We love Nuge. Draisaitl was stopped on a one-timer. Kane had a good look in front, but he couldn't bury Lariat. Desharnais then with a huge hit in the corner, and then Dylan makes it 3-2. I thought it deflected off Desharnais' skate, but maybe not. I think Desharnais just kind of screened Stuart Skinner. It was not like a hard or like good shot, but it did beat Skinner just past his left leg. And then the Jets tie it off of an unforced icing by Cody Ceci. Nurse lost his man in front, which was Sean Monahan, who made a very nice deflection. Not much Skinner could do on that one. The game is tied at 3. Skinner then makes a great save on Adam Lowry. Bouchard then stopped on a good shot. Brown then had a good shot after Bouchard. Hellebuck stops a bouncing dump-in from Connor McDavid. McDavid dumped it from center. The puck bounced in front of Hellebuck, and then it bounced again, and it looked... Hellebuck, it made it look easy, but if I was a goalie, I probably would have panicked on that one. With 2:06 to play, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was called for high sticking, and it was DeMello's stick that hit the Winnipeg Jet. It was not Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, but because it was not a 4-minute double minor or a major penalty, it was unreviewable. So the linesmen and the refs, they kind of convened for a couple minutes. They decided to uphold the penalty against Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. I thought that was unbelievable. We've got to do something with officiating here, or at least, I don't know if you want to expand the coaches challenge. That's the topic for another video. I'll talk about that in another video. Skinner makes a good save on Connor, and then Ryan made a good play in the corner on the kill to get the puck loose for the Oilers to be able to clear it. Oilers make the kill, and we head to overtime tied 3-3. Shots were 40 to 24 in favor of the Oilers. The expected goals were 4.6 to 3.0 in favor of Edmonton. They completely have taken over this game since the first period. In overtime, Skinner stopped Lowry, and then Zach Hyman wins it 4-3. He gets his own rebound after a pass from Nugent-Hopkins, puts it in. Of course, Hyman scores in that blue paint area, his 51st of the season and 200th career goal for Zach Hyman. We absolutely love to see it. I was pretty pumped after that. End of the game, final score, 4-3 Oilers. Shots 42 to 25 in favor of Edmonton, and the expected goals were 4.95 to 3.03 in favor of Edmonton. Now, my personal 3 stars. Third star, Zach Hyman. Game winner, 200th career goal, 51st goal of the season. And remember, Oilers fans, he's only having success because of how privileged he was growing up, all right? I need everyone to remember that, because I don't know if anyone's been on X.com or Twitter over the past 12 hours, but there was an interesting post made by a certain individual that was basically like, hey, Zach Hyman's only successful because of his privilege or something. It was pretty wild. I'm not going to name who it is. You guys can go find that on your own. Don't send a hate brigade, though, please. Second star, I give to Connor McDavid. He had 2 more assists. He is now up to 93 on the season. He is 7 assists away from 100. And my first star of the game, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He had a goal and an assist. He looked terrific. And if Ryan Nugent-Hopkins can start to heat up a bit, that is beneficial to the Edmonton Oilers. Next up for Edmonton, they are at home versus the LA Kings on Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Now, the LA Kings, they play an absolutely ugly, terrible, no good to watch trap. It reminds me of Jacques Lemaire from the 1990s and early 2000s when he was with the Devils and the Minnesota Wild. I am not looking forward to watching the game, but I am looking forward to see how Edmonton holds against the LA Kings, and if they are able to push through that trap and beat them once again. They beat them back on February 26th. I was at that game. I will not be at this game, but I am looking forward overall to the match for Edmonton, and it is probably a round 1 playoff preview, so there's going to be a lot of emotions. I expect a good pace, and I'm looking forward to that game. What did you think of the game against the Jets tonight? Let me know all of your game thoughts down in the comment section below. And as always, if you like these videos, make sure you hit like. If you really like them, make sure you hit subscribe. Your support means the absolute world to me. I cannot thank all of you enough for tuning into these videos. We are nearing 1,800 subscribers, which is incredibly exciting. But in tomorrow's day after video, I'll have much to talk about. And then, of course, Thursday morning, I will have a pregame report up for the LA Kings matchup. You all have a wonderful, wonderful night. A safe night. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I look forward to tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.